Welcome back to Railroad Online. We're here at the Ironworks. We just finished dropping off our coal train, the train that does loops down to the coal mine via the smelter and the sawmill. Dropped off our rails and we dropped off our coal. It's not rails, we dropped off our iron ore, raw iron ore and our coal. And now we have a nice big pile of tools and steel pipes. We have about 50 or something. Yeah, 85 tools at the moment, and what's this over here? 30 pipes. The disparity is because steel pipes are used in two places, but the tools are only used in one, which means for every two items coming in, this has a destination, but only one of them has a destination. So basically, the spare tools will need to get put into a boxcar and sold at the freight depot to keep the ratio right. Have a little dedicated train here. It's already preloaded. Going to change our view. 999, making 27 steel pipes. A boxcar takes 32, but I put 27 into it to keep the ratio right, so 27 and 27. Obviously that makes 27 oils when we go down the track, and oil barrels take 12, and it's like, well, why are you short? Well, that's because, and we'll see this up the line, the platform for the wood material at the oil field only takes 20, and so you can get some misbalances. So for now I've been allowing the oil to build up and only taking less than this, and the plan is at some point we'll take a bulk lot. I'm using a mogul here. It's a very short run. Looking at the map, we're down at the bottom here. We'll lose some audio for a sec. The coal train's parked here. It will eventually go back up north. Our little mogul with the steel pipes and the boxcar with tools in it just has to shunt over here, drop them off, and then pick up oil. The design of this track over here right now, it's not the best. It's not the most efficient because basically you're going to pull in and then you need to get back to the oil platform. And so currently I have to back up and go forward and then come out. Really what should happen, I should have a point up here somewhere and then just back it in and then go around. But for now, we'll use the suboptimal track plan and have fun with that. So let's jump into the mogul. Turn the light on. Cool. Oh yeah, the reason I use the mogul is wood and water reasons. We are a little bit too far away from home to have a porter out here. It's water requirements. If I can get into the cabin here. The water requirements are just a little bit too, you go through water too much down here. The distances are far enough that water is a slight problem, so by using the mogul we have a beautiful tender for the water, and we have a glitch in the save game. I will press pause, fix that, and get back. Okay, link reacquired. Standard glitch from the save game, sometimes they just disappear. I'm going to drop up here and do this manually for a sec. Do a very forward. Let's ease out of this station. Then I'm going to change this point so that we can come back this way later. So 27 pipes, 27 tools in the boxcar, and then enough capacity for 2 times 12 for 24 oils. As I said, I'm letting the oils build up in the big barrel in the container, and at some point I'll start doing bigger loads when there's enough to justify an entire tanker. There is a spare oil tanker car at the oil fields for that reason. I mainly keep it off here because it doesn't fit very well in the in the yard there. So, right. Good looking train. This is very close. I've seen a lot of YouTubers mentioning how close it is. Definitely is one of those places where Porter sounds to be very attractive. It's just the water and fuel requirements make it a little bit impractical to use. Glide around this corner and we'll be there. Bring down the volume a little bit on the train. Yeah, the oil fill's kind of complex because although the pipes and the tools allow you to have, this is a part of the line, more than about 30 or 40, the beams drop off is only 20, so you can't have like a huge supply of beams left over. So really what you need to do is deliver the pipes and the tools first, and then bring a lumber or a wood-based train down that, actually I might just come in, fix these points, that comes in later, drops off 20, moves forward, it gets manufactured, moved forward, that type of approach. And that's actually what we'll head towards the next couple of episodes. We need to head back up the main line and then go to the sawmill, pick up a train capable of delivering beams, and then come down here and drop them off, and that will produce oil. As such, you've got to be, the question is, are you going to leave this train here waiting for oil to be built up or not? And what I mean by that is this train is designed to come in here, drop off, back up, come in here, here's a spare one, and then drive off to the refinery with that oil. But there's no beams spare, and there is 13 here right now, so we'll only produce 13 sorry about the phone. Yeah, we'll only produce 13 right now. So let's line up the pipes first. This is a very one-off droppy platform thing. And you know what, I am definitely going to drop a save game on that one because that's very, very close. So yeah, so we've got a 13 out of 100. And yep, that's good. Wait for that to finish. So yeah, beams is, what's beams at? No, beams is at 0, so we'll produce nothing. So I read that wrong before. I read it from that platform by mistake. All right, and we'll just move forward. Actually, still, oh, this is full too. Yeah, so we're definitely going to have to do something about beams. That balance is kind of off. So we'll just park this train on the side track right here. And we can work on that right now. And then we need to go work out our beam situation. And the crude oil is empty, so we can't even kind of like run off and do the crude oil with this stuff on it. Yeah, I forgot that I left this unbalanced. I used to have those oil tankers assigned to this porter who just used to run between here and the refinery, but because of his water and wood supply issues, I just decided to just use this bigger mogul for that reason. We're going to go past this switch and back up onto this storage lane. Shoot, I've got to do that. Oh, I only just got that right. Oh, that was close. I am going to drop a marker for that. Come on, Noble. Oops. Alright. Finding my mouse. Nice and slowly do it, does it? We don't have to worry too much about occlusion because we can play with these trains after the fact. But this is going to fit in there anyway. Actually, learning from this experience, it might be worth running this track so it docks over here as well. Right, well with that little slight problem, we need to run back over to the Ironworks, jump on the train and head off and go get a wood beam car down here. So we need to go run over there. Okay, we're back at the Ironworks. Quickly gonna throw some points to allow us to get out of here. We're checking out that's correct. Yeah, so we're going to jump on the coal train, the big Class 70, and we will head back up north. The track to the right goes to the refinery, and the track to the left is just a curve around Yeah, there's a little gorge over there. I don't know if many people know about that. It's a nice little scenic way across to the refinery. I haven't seen that many people use it. Alright, let's grab some wood. Fill her up. Really fill her up. The new wood usage mechanic is quite good, so that's more than enough to get home. Just ease out of the Ironworks here. Treat the curve with respect. Good U-turn of a train situation there. It's where it's cool to kind of sort of be catching yourself up, catching the caboose up. So this is relatively straight, so we can turn the cylinder's cocks off and head on out. Once we pass these points up here, I'll really open her up and then go up to 100%. The volume down a bit. So yeah, main line, left hand side main line. These points were deliberately put this way so that these points come across most of the time and we come back on, so we don't have to worry about switching the direction of the points. Start opening her up. back to the sawmill. So this guy's loop is over. It's responsible for taking beams, and then from the sawmill it'll pick up the rail from the smelter, goes all the way down the coal mine, fills that with coal, comes back, reuses the stakes of cars for the raw iron, and then is it all correct? Yeah. And then heads back up here and finishes the slab. The important part of this to remember in the sequencing for this guy is he needs to fill up with water on his way home. He's currently down to 1,000 from 5,000 or 6,000 water. And at the sawmill he should also pick up his firewood if he's getting loaded. Obviously that takes a lot of laps to happen. Screenshot. Let's zoom in a bit. Double checking everything's at 100% reg, 0% brake. Nice long sweeping corners, nothing to worry about. Nice and smooth. Quick look at the map to get an idea of where we're going. We're going up that big main line. We just turned the corner, and the corner in front of us is the corner merging in towards the refinery. Corner up ahead. It doesn't take too long. Looking at the map again, I'm just checking my points. Red's where the track's not going to go. So we're currently scheduled to go through the freight depot, up against the freight depot terminal, and out the other side. We'll pick up water on the way right there. And before we know it, we're nearly home. Bring it back down to about 50%, 40%, 30%. Let's kind of glide on in from here. Give the belly a good tug. Warn the locals that are coming through. I'll bring her volume back up again so you can hear that bell going. So my yards are quite simple. The bypass around the left, this is to the right, a loop. If you need to do a loop, they can also pass a car that's here at the freight depot, and the opportunity to fill up from either side. And new stock, rolling stock, comes out of those yards and merges off to the left to stay on the left-hand track. I don't think I've got any markers here, so I'm just going to have to eyeball the water tower. It needs to line up with the back of the tender. And it looks like that's not too bad. Alright, let's quickly get some... oh, that's not a bad job. Get some water into here. Alright, so this takes a while. Just making sure that water's loading, which it is, very slowly. Alright, so we'll press pause right now, and when it's filled up we'll finish off the trip up to the sawmill. Quick update while the water's still filling. We'll have a look at the map of what we're about to go do. We're currently down here at the freight depot. We'll go up the main line, follow the main line through here, peel off on the wire that exists in here, come around and go into the sawmill. The next lap for this guy will be out the right hand side, so he'll pick up his beams here, and then we'll come across and park him in his dedicated lane that's designed for storage. Then what we need next is the beams down south. And so what we'll do is this train here, this porter currently is designed to go to the iron mine with beams and lumber, and he's filled with that. So I'll go do that, send off. I might do it 2 or 3 times to fill up the iron ore mine. And then when he comes back, the next loop will come around and come south. So that's what you'll see. This guy will be parked over here by the time we end this episode, and we'll come down south and deliver the wood that's required. Right, the water is nearly there. Question is it 5,000 or 6,000? It is 6,000. So I'll press pause and I'll see it at 6,000. Okay, coming up on 6,000, and it is full. Let's jump out, finish that off. So 50 turned into 5,000, so it seems that each one is worth 100, which is what you see it increment up as. I'm not going to bother with wood at this point because, yeah, we've got to buy a pretty hot firebox, and this thing's going to get parked pretty soon anyway. Let's head off. With such a long train, you don't really want to be pushing it too hard straight away. You're just going to break a link, particularly if there's a curve involved. So start with a pretty easy glide up. Back onto the main line. Original track, nice and wiggly. New track, a little bit straighter. Sawmill's up to our right. Start opening up to 100%. Quick look at the map, we're just going to come up that bottom left line, curl in. So this is the that cross track that loops around. You can see it, that point there. It comes out the back of the sawmill. Across here, there's the opportunity to come this way into the sawmill, or there's another wire right there. Crosses the track here on the right and gets us across to this left-hand lane. Normally you'd use this, like this left-hand track, to get it onto a line like this, like in a Y situation. But for the main line, you need to play with the crosses. Alright, before you know it, we're at the sawmill. These are down. Put the bells on to tell the locals that we're here. Log train sitting there, ready to fill up the pond, so that's doing as well. So we need to skip the first 3 cars. They're destined for rails. And then the last 10 will be beams. So that's what these stone markers are for. So the ones on the left are for when we're doing more wood type stuff, the iron line work, and these markers are for when we're doing this load. So it's just a matter of filling up 10 cars worth of beams, and then we'll go park up. Alright, I'll see you in a sec. Okay, we're up to the last load that needs to get done. Last marker on the ground that needs to be pulled up to. A little bit harder to gauge that one. And then what we'll do with this train is we'll park it, and it's done its duty, it's done its lap. Sawmill, smelter, coal mine, smelter, smelter to Ironworks, Ironworks to freight depot, get some water. You could have got water here as well. There's a water tower here. And then park again. So the next question is how we're going to get beams. Now, down south, the ratio right now is not great. We are using way more beams than we are lumber. So the next load actually may need to be a freight depot load to balance this out. We also have I thought there was wood down south, so the next train would have been normally this train to finish everything off. But what we may need to do instead is shuffle some trains around, and so we can get a train that goes down south. Because this is I'll have a look at the map to see if we can. Normally you would go down south that way, but there may be an alternate way through. So yeah, this train is now ready to do the next lap. The 3 missing cars are for rails. It'll pick them up at the smelter along the way. I'm pretty sure what I'll do is this quarter here on the right, I will take it down to the iron mine, empty this off because it's loaded for that. Come back, actually I will do this, I'll come back on this track the opposite direction, go through the sawmill, pick up a whole lot of beams and maybe lumber to even it off, sell it at the freight depot, the lumber, if need be, and use that to fill up the oil field. So yeah, I might do I might or may not do the next episode as just another quick lap of that guy. Might do a quick time lapse or something. We'll work it out. Right, he's done for the day. So turn the light off. There we go. So yeah, next episode we will work out our wood situation for down south at the oil field. Thanks for watching.